if you don't enjoy your workouts, something is wrong. Either your workouts or there's something wrong with you. The only way to have long-term success with exercise is to actually enjoy your workouts. So that came across a little harsh.
Yeah,
but
you may be doing it wrong.
You know why? You know why I said there's something wrong? Because either A, your workout programming is super off, right? So if you're hating your workouts, if they're making you feel terrible, like look at that. But then there's another side to it, which is even properly programmed workouts done correctly, they're going to be challenging, right? That's part of the formula, and you have to learn to enjoy that process. You have to learn to enjoy the workouts. So it's a dual thing. Like, is my workout wrong for me, and is my mindset wrong for my workouts?
That being said, I actually think this is a difficult thing for people to actually really gauge. In fact, in my experience, I've heard this many times from clients. Oh, I love this workout, or it's my favorite way to train. And they say things like that because they've attached it to something, like maybe they were in the best shape of their life when they trained that modality, or nothing gets them to lose weight faster on the scale than that way of exercise. And so they say they love it.
Right. There's some association there for sure.
Yeah, like I'm not buying the like, I love this workout thing. Like, you want to prove to me you like doing, like, for example, I get people that like, I love running. You've been running for 5-10 years straight every morning.
Yeah.
You love running.
Yep.
You love running. I believe you. But if you tell me like, oh, I love Orange Theory Fitness, and it's like, that's your favorite thing to go on and off about all the time, I'm like, no, I'm not buying that.
I'm so glad you said that. One of the hallmarks of somebody actually enjoying their workouts is that they do it consistently.
Yeah.
And that they've done it for years and years and years consistently.
Yes.
So that's the context. Do I enjoy this workout? Is this something that I want to do consistently forever? And if the answer is no, you're going to have to look at the workout and maybe look in the mirror. And the reason why I say look in the mirror is because there is a process of learning to love the journey of exercise, right? Learning to love the process of exercise. That is part of this lifestyle, this long-term lifestyle. But also, back to what Adam's saying, you got to look at your workout sometimes. Like, if you love your workout because it beats you up, this is what a lot of people will say, right? Yes. Oh, I loved it. Why? Oh my God, I got so sore and I was so sweaty.
Oh, it feels so amazing
and
afterwards.
It feels so amazing afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how long that continues with you. How long have you been doing it for? The last month. Okay, well, let's see how long that sticks around.
Have you guys had a client that came in and they were like, I can't stand exercising?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
And then you're like, okay, but you're here. Now what do we do?
Yeah.
Like that's a difficult place to be, but it's such like baby steps of introduction.
I actually found an answer for that person, right? Because they would, I hate exercising. Exercising to me is like, I think right away, like that generation of people that would come in and hire us, like attaches that to like Jane Fonda, circuit classes, sweating, body pump, like moving, like pushing, burning, like all that. And then I'm like, well, let's train instead. Instead of exercising, let's train. Let's find something you enjoy doing, or find it like, do you want to get stronger at this thing? Or have you ever done this type of a movement? And then teach them that and be like, hey, let's get good at this. And let's focus on that. Let's not think of this as like exercise and you have to get this sweat or this burn or get like this crazy workout time. Let's pick something that you do enjoy doing and let's try and improve upon
I actually prefer I would prefer it when a client said that to me. When a new client, oh, I hate exercise. Okay, well now I'm glad we're starting with honesty.
Ground zero.
Yes, because the person that comes in and hires me and says, well, I love running. Well, do you run? Well, no, I don't run. I have before, but I don't do it now. Like, well, you actually don't love it. You might have an association with it, but you don't really love it. So, okay, you don't love exercise. You hate it. So here's how we're going to build a relationship with exercise over time that's going to get you to enjoy it. And one of them is, why are you doing this for? Is it because you hate yourself or because you care about yourself? That's a big one. Number two, maybe your association with exercise, you feel terrible during and afterwards. Well, you know what's going to be great about this? It's going to be hard, but you're going to enjoy it during, and you're going to feel better after than you did before. Because that's a key hallmark of a good workout is you have more energy after the workout than you did before. It invigorates you.
No, that's a good point. I mean, I totally see that in terms of somebody coming in with they've already had a previous experience sometimes that was like terrible. And so it like put this bad taste in their mouth in terms of like what they were going to expect going into this, and like you were just going to punish them. And it's a lot of it like stems from this kind of punishing mentality of I have to do this is work, and it's painful, and like it doesn't, none of it has to be that way. Like we can actually like do a lot of things you actually enjoy, and slowly kind of introduce you to things that you may not have done before.
Yeah,
I feel like they attach it to either the best shape of their life, or they attach it to the best results they have currently seen, the way they've done things. And I'm reminded of like when I first started dating Katrina, she told me that she used to love running. And I'm like, what do you mean? You didn't? We've been dating for a while and I've never seen you run before. Well, I know, I haven't had to. I need to get in shape now, and now I love to run. I'm like, okay. And then she'd go for these runs, but she had made that connection of that's how she managed her weight her whole life.
Yeah.
If she got 10 or 15 pounds overweight from where her normal weight is, she knew she could go hit the pavement, run it off, and she would get back down to that weight. Therefore, I love running. That's the relationship with it. Once I taught her how to strength train and speed her metabolism up and sculpt and shape her body, that girl hasn't ran since then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What happened to loving running? It's like, no, she didn't love running.
This is better.
They love that what happens is they had some sort of success with that modality, and then they've now attached that to like, oh, this is my, and they've probably tried other things, right? In the past, and that one thing showed them the most results. Therefore, I love that way of training. And it's like, no, you don't though, because you don't do it even when you're not, to me, if you love something, you do it even when you're not motivated.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you like my brother-in-law loves downhill mountain biking. That guy could go up and down in weight, not care about his fitness. He is mountain biking no matter what, because he has such a deep passion for that. That is somebody who I think loves that modality of cardio and exercise, and we can build that into his training. But many times when clients would give me this bullshit thing, like, I love this way of doing things.
And you can
like,
build
no,
this relationship, by the way. So if you're listening, you're like, I hate it. Like, you're not, our bodies were designed to move. There's a relationship there that needs to get developed to where you actually enjoy the process. And it takes a little bit of time. Part of it is understanding how it makes you feel, understanding the value, understanding it's a form of self-care, changing your relationship to pain, identifying appropriate pain with exercise, inappropriate pain with exercise. And by the way, and this is true, of all the years I trained people, off the top of my head, and I think it was only 3, there were 3 clients that I trained that became personal trainers. So they actually hired me, and then they trained with me for a while, and they eventually became trainers themselves. All 3 of them hated exercise when they hired me. It's a true story. One was a kid, and he was shy and embarrassed and insecure, didn't want to go to the gym. He ended up becoming a personal trainer later on. Another one was one of my first clients when I opened my studio, and she would work out on and off. Anyway, she became a trainer later on. Another one was somebody that literally the day that she hired me, she said, I'm only working out twice a week with you, and that's it. I'm not doing anything else. I hate exercise. All 3 of them changed their relationship to exercise to the point where they became trainers. It actually became their profession.
Yeah, I mean, I went through a few of these kind of clients, and one of them was overweight and in a lot of pain, and it was like there was a little bit of an experience before where the focus was just on losing the weight, and so I just completely focused on postural adjustments and mobility, and taking her through like different ways to feel good and actually like give her energy and stamina, and just really slowly introducing her into like lifting weights to where it was one of those things. It was a totally different experience for her. And then she bought in wholeheartedly once it was like, oh man, I feel great. Now I feel like I'm motivated.
Yeah, a lot of it's tied to the results, right? If somebody is, I mean, it's like, how long do you go to that job and then don't receive a paycheck? I mean, and then also tell people you love it. Like you don't ever see that.
And it feels grueling and shitty.
Yeah, no. So a lot of
I'm so glad you said that, because a good job, a good career is not easy. It's still challenging.
Absolutely.
But it's not grueling. What I mean by grueling is when you feel a sense of purpose behind what you're doing and something's challenging, it's not grueling. It's hard, but it's a good kind of hard. And you're right. You get the paycheck. You get the dividends. You feel it.
Especially when it pays you well for what you do, what you love to do. So if you can find something you love to do and it pays you well, you really love it. And that tends to be similar to the relationship that people have with exercises. It's not easy. It's hard. And when it pays you shitty all the time, it's really tough to get yourself motivated.
Why am I doing this?
Yeah, why am I doing this? It's not paying me the dividends that I want for it. Same thing for an investment that's not paying you back. Oh, I hate this type of investment. Why? Well, because it doesn't ever give you the return I want. Well, okay. once we figure out that piece,
Yeah.
you completely start to change your relationship with
You
it.
know, I did this
Yeah.
with nutrition, which I think is even harder. I think it's much harder to develop a good relationship with food than it is with exercise. That's 100%, and I'll stand by that. But I hated fish, and I hated most vegetables for most of my life. Just didn't like them, hated them, did not like hated them completely. And as I got older and I learned more about the health benefits, and I had gone through some gut health issues, and I went on a trip to Italy, to southern Italy. And I said to myself, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be open-minded. I'm going to eat more fish, and I'm going to consciously pay attention to how it affects my body, how I feel. Over the course of that summer, I developed a relationship with seafood that now I enjoy eating. Now, it's not my favorite food, so it didn't go from being something I hated to pizza, but I now enjoy eating it because I saw the value and I connected that. Same thing with vegetables. I hated vegetables, but through eating them and identifying what they did for my body and my digestion, and now I actually will crave vegetables, especially when my gut health is off. That's one of the first things that I will crave will be, I'm going to get a bowl of vegetables, well-cooked vegetables, because it makes me feel good. So my point with this is you can create this kind of relationship, and I can't think of a better way to be consistent with exercise for the rest of your life than finding a way to enjoy what you do. That'll do it better than
It's got to be sustainable.
that'll do
long-term.
it better than anything else.